Hello and welcome to your DAF Media presentation. My name is Ryan Dahlquist, bringing you the action today from Garden City, New York. Today we got two of the best teams in the country as the Blue Wave face off against the Trojans, and it's a beautiful 75-degree day out here on the stadium turf. It's the sun's out. We've been here for a while, but certainly hasn't been painful here in the press booth. A little toasty, but not so bad. Quick history lesson for you. Darien coming into this matchup 3-1. Lost to McDonough High School 2 days ago. McDonough ranked number 1 in the nation preseason by Inside Lacrosse and U.S. Magazine. So Darien losing to them by 1 point. Not such a bad loss having your record. But next we've got Garden City coming into this matchup 6-0. Their Inside Lacrosse preseason ranking was 11, but they climbed to 7 since then. Now, going back to last year, Darien had a stellar season, 22-0, undefeated FCX state and national champions. Garden City 17-4, an impressive record, but they lost in the state championship to Victor. That was an interesting game, tied 3-3, and then Victor was able to come back in the second half. Now, two of the most experienced coaches in the business out here today. We got Lisa Lindley, inducted into the U.S. Lacrosse Connecticut Hall of Fame back in 2015. And on the Garden City side, we got Coach Dave Ettinger, famous Garden City coach. And as the girls take the field, we're going to go ahead and get ready to get into this one. Again, my name's Ryan Dahlquist. Glad to be bringing you the action today. It's just me, so I'm going to be talking quite a lot. Feel free to mute your television sets. If you get sick and tired of that, don't worry, I won't take it personally. Heck, I won't even know who you are. Now, let me just say, we do apologize if we have any technical difficulties during tonight's broadcast. We're dealing with some internet connectivity problems here, and we will offer a recording of tonight's game at a later date on our DAF YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that, because this is certainly one that you're not going to want to miss. And there's the starting whistle. Draw control firmly in Garden City's hands. Taking it down now, that's Ton Onomanelli. And that ball finds its way out of bounds. Blue Wave will take control of that. Now, draw control, such an important factor of this game. Really something that controlled Garden City's final versus Victor last year. They couldn't quite get the draw control down, and that's why Victor was able to crawl back in the second half. But they're looking to come back stronger. And, of course, Darien really looking to hold that down, get that possession, and get their offense that ball. Here goes Maggie Bellissimo now taking it down to the offense. She's got Kat Reynolds. Kat moving that ball over to Annabelle Adams. Annabelle behind X. They're getting set in their open set. And Kat Reynolds will initiate. Moving that ball over now. Taking that was Kelly Holmes, the captain. Here goes some flips, some tricks by Darien, and the refs are going to blow this play dead. That ball will stay with Darien. Controlling it now, Anna Von Kennel. Von Kennel with the free position. Von Kennel elects to maintain that possession, passes it around. Dodging now, Kelly Holmes. Kelly moves it. Annabelle Adams moves it back to X. She's got Lily Davenport. A lot of motion up top. Darien doing a good job here maintaining that possession, looking for some smart dodges and shots as here goes Reynolds. Back up top, Sadie Stafford. Stafford dodges to her left. Turns back around. She's got help up top, but she decides to throw it behind. Kelly Holmes now with the opportunity. Good double there by Garden City, and Kelly will lose it. Oh, loose ball here. Never mind. She hangs on to it. That ball looks like it was in the stick of a Garden City player, but Kelly able to fight back for that one. And now moves it up top. Adams. Some plays here being called by the Darien offense. Here goes Stafford. moving it to X. Lily Davenport up top, Annabelle Adams. That ball moved across. Good catch there. Anna Von Kennel. Von Kennel now dotting to her left. Moves it back. Here goes Holmes. Holmes up to Walsh. Walsh to Reynolds. Some good defense here by the Garden City Trojans. Not letting anything past them so far. And here go the Blue Wave with Stafford. Beats one girl. Got a corner and another shot. Save made by Niam Pfaff. That's some good defense there by the Trojans. That possession certainly lasted quite a while, but they were able to hold that one through. Good shot by Stafford, but went right to the stick there of Pfaff, who was able to clear it. Now the Trojans have their first crack at a real offensive possession. Controlling it at the back. That's number 37, Kyle Finnell. Now Finnell, one of the players to watch today, as she and Maureen Ardent were really focal points of the attack last year. Ardent having 65 points on the season and Finnell 78 last season. So certainly a lot of depth here on that Trojans offense that they're looking to bring back, and they had quite a great season last year. So let's see if they can make anything happen. As running up top now, number 10, Maureen Ardent. Maureen moves it over to Morris. Morris to Monaco. Monaco inside, and looking for a shot there was Tori Ottamanelli. That one will just miss wide as the Trojans maintain their possession. Here goes Morris, carries it over, looking up top. She's got time and room. Monaco running in, and she will score. Not Monaco, but Ottamanelli. Off a great pass from Monaco, though, might I say, and that's some great offense there by the Trojans, able to sneak one past Shudell. So the dodge by Monaco with the feed to Ottamanelli on the inside. They were looking for her that whole possession, and she's finally able to break free, get open, and puts that one away, offside hip. So the Trojans are on the board, 1-0 early in this one. Now stepping up to take the draw, we've got Kat Wren for the Wave, facing off against Kendall Morris for the Trojans. And this draw is so important. Garden City was able to get a pretty good control last time. Let's see what happens here. That ball stagnant, and it'll find its way to Stady Stafford's stick. I didn't even see how that happened. All of a sudden, she was just running with it. So Darien's going to maintain this possession now. They had a great offensive possession last time. Didn't end up, unfortunately, in anything. I got to give credit there to the Trojans' defense. They were really able to just shut that down. But I like how they maintained possession for that long of a time and really stayed patient looking for those good shots. Adams now. Going behind the back. Controlling inside, that was Stafford. Didn't quite get anything from it, but here goes Darien. They've got that possession still. Some movement here by the Darien offense. They're setting up some sort of play here between Stafford and Von Kennel. Here goes Von Kennel, moves it to Holmes. Holmes back to Stafford, back to Holmes, as here she goes, top side. Stopped by Garden City, but that's all part of it. That's Von Kennel now moving across the top, and the refs are going to blow this one dead. Some cheers here from the Darien crowd as Von Kennel will be awarded with a free position shot. That's Anna Von Kennel now with the first big opportunity here for the Wave, as in she goes, and she will put it away. Anna Von Kennel, bouncer top right. And the Wave have tied it up now with just under 6 to go. That was some good offense there by the Wave, and able to draw Garden City. I believe that was a dangerous shot call. Could be wrong, though. Warding Von Kennel with that free position, and she puts that one away. Sneaks it past Faf. Garden City's goalie, she's committed to play at Yale University, same place my sister plays. Shout out Shannon for going to Yale. That's pretty sick. All right, standing up at the draw now. So we've got 1-1 on the draw. This one's contested and controlled down, but it's a loose ball. They're looking for a call that one. They won't get it, though, as Monaco runs down with it. Dodging to the back now, it's Finnell. Finnell moving it behind. She's got her end. And an interception there by Darien, and streaming down the field now looks to be Brinley Vrooman. Brinley moves it to the offense. They've got a fast break situation. Here goes Holmes. Holmes will give it behind to Reynolds. Reynolds controlling, setting up her offense. Looking up top, she's got Adams. Adams with the dodge. Gives it back up to Holmes. Now, I believe patience seems to be the name of the game here for Darien so far. Trying to poke some chinks in the armor here of this Garden City defense, and let's see if they can do that on this one. Here goes Holmes, back to Stafford. Stafford looking across. She had Katie Welsh. That ball is now loose. And that will go to the Trojans. A good idea there from the Wave as Walsh cut to the inside. She was open, but it was crowded. And just knocking that ball out of the air was Garden City, and now they have yet another offensive possession here. Tough clear there by Darien, but the Trojans able to make it down to their attack. Drilling now, Rena Arendt. Arendt getting tough defense applied there by Isabella Lini on Darien. There she goes. Quite a lot of pressure here from Darien. They're certainly playing out far. It looks like they're zoning it here on defense, and it allows you to push out a little bit. As here goes Garden City. Grace Brantick. Brantick to the inside, and looking for that shot was Kyle Finnell. Couldn't quite get it on net, but good backup provided there by Emerson Gottleman. And a free position shot there by Kyle Finnell, blocked by Hope Schudel. Ref will blow the whistle, and Darien will maintain possession now, looking for the clear. It's a hard ride here from Garden City. They're shutting off options there at the midfield, or at least trying to, but Darien's going to go ahead and sneak that one past. So here goes Darien, setting it up. Davenport behind, moves it to Holmes. Holmes up to Stafford. Let's see what they can do on this one. Now there's a group clumped in the middle almost. Looks like they're looking for some cutters and some dangerous opportunities there, but they can't find any, as here goes Von Kennel on the dodge. And the pass and the shot by Adams will go in. Darien on the board again, 2-1 for the Blue Wave off the goal by Adams. And here's our replay. That ball moved down and just absolutely piped in the top right corner. The goal there by Adams will put the Wave up by 1. And that's exactly what they were looking for on that one. They created the confusion. Adams cut down, had an opportunity, and was able to find it. So got to give credit to the Wave offense as a whole there. Really just creating confusion and putting that ball where it needs to be. So we get ready for another draw. That ball not very high and controlled there by Morris. Morris down to Onomanelli. Onomanelli will control it. Wait for her offense to get set. Now Garden City trailing 2-1. They've had a lot of opportunities so far. Really love that inside pass to a quick finish, and let's see if they can get anything on this one. The key here, though, is maintaining that possession, because you know when Darien has it, they will tire your defense, and they will try and create chaos and see some scoring opportunities down there. So really maintaining that ball in your offense, looking for those high-quality opportunities is what the Trojans need. Because the refs are going to blow this one dead and give that ball on a free position to the Trojans. That ball control across the middle, fighting forward was 33, Aveen Smith, and she just can't quite get there, but she'll have another better opportunity on this one as she has a free position shot. So Smith versus Shudell. Smith runs in and puts it away for the Trojans. Aveen Smith in the bottom right corner. And now we're tied up at 2 with just over 30 seconds left in this first quarter. So a hustle play there by Smith. Gets herself over the middle into the fray and causes a penalty there by Darien. Gets her that free position shot, and Trojans are up on the board. So 2-2 now, and stepping up for the Wave looks to be Sadie Stafford, the captain, on the draw. She hasn't had a draw yet today, but let's see what happens on this one. As that one controlled and scooped up by Garden City, Toriana Manelli. Manelli works it down. That's Finnell. Finnell loses control, and Garden City's able to get it back. So here goes Morris. Morris inside. Running with it. Number 8, Monaco. Good defense there by the Wave as they triple team in the back. And that there is your horn, folks. So 2-2 your score. And so far this game has not disappointed. We knew these are the two of the best teams in the nation. And well, we're tied up now with just 1 quarter under our belt. 3 more to go. So let's talk tactics a little bit here. From what I'm seeing, I love how Darien's been maintaining that possession, looking for those high-quality opportunities, and really making sure that they're trying to tire out that Garden City defense and maintain that ball on offense for as long as possible. On the Garden City side, certainly taking advantage of a lot of those opportunities. They love the hard dodge, and that's something that you have to do against this Darien zone. Now, moving that ball around fast can help against the zone defense, trying to find opportunities and slipstreams, especially on the inside, feed that inside cutter and see if she can get some opportunities. So certainly 2 different strategies on each side for both offense and defense, and well, it hasn't created any difference in them so far. 2-2 your score. We're going to take a brief break here now at the quarter's end, but we'll be back in just a minute. So here we are, second quarter of play. That whistle dead, and it will remain with the Trojans. Controlling it now, number 5, Tori Automanelli, and she's had some clears on the day. And that's a Monaco. Monaco to Morris. Back to Monaco as they move it around the top. And playing a zone there. Looks like Maggie Bellissimo there in the middle, picking up cutters and making sure nothing gets past her, but let's see what Garden City can do. If you're just joining us, my name's Ryan Dahlquist. Glad to be bringing you the action here from Garden City, New York. It's been a nail-biter so far, 2-2 your score, as here goes Garden City, open, and just missing the net was Kyle Finnell. But Finnell was wide open on that cut. As here goes Garden City, Finnell behind. She's looking for colors up top, can't quite find any. Moving up to Morris. Morris and strong defense there by Stafford. They're going to go ahead and give this one back to Garden City. Stafford able to knock it free, but got a penalty in the process, unfortunately, for the Wave. Here go the Trojans. Moving that ball quickly. They love the cutters through the middle, and that's exactly what they look for, but just out of reach, and it will go to the Darien Blue Wave. Picking it up now, Lyle Brown. As the Wave set up their clear. Here goes Shudell. She's looking for options downfield. She's got Holmes in the middle, and she'll choose her, but good defense there by Garden City. Looks like she got a stick on Kelly Holmes and was able to just knock that ball free, and a good ride there by the Trojans. Gets their ball back on offense. Here goes Overbeck. Overbeck, the defender, moves it back up to Morris, and Morris will take it over the line. Beautiful day out here in Garden City, 73 degrees. It's starting to cool down a little bit, but that sun's still out. We apologize for the late start. Some traffic here on the road as a shot there by Finnell hits off the pipe, and here go the Wave charging down. But, certainly some traffic here on the way from Connecticut down to Garden City. So we had to start a little bit late, but it's okay because we're here now and we're loving it. As across the field goes Brown, Lyle Brown. A little bit of glare on the field here. It's hard to see the numbers, but that's Stafford getting it to Holmes, and the refs are going to blow this play dead. I believe it'll. So running off the field now is Sadie Stafford. Not quite sure what the call was there, but the crowd certainly didn't love it here. I got a lot of Darien fans sitting in front of me, and I don't think they know what happened either, but off the field goes Stafford, and that ball is going to sit with the Trojans. The Trojans have a couple of unguarded players there at the midfield. Let's see what Darien can do on the ride. They're going to double right off the bat, but she's got Monaco as an option right there. Getting ready to start now. Picking that ball up, that was Overbeck. Overbeck to Thacker. And running down the field now, that was Lynch, I believe. And here go the Trojans. They've been gifted another offensive possession. Let's see if they can break this tie. 2-2 now with just over 8 minutes to go. The Trojans carry. Behind, that's Arendt. Arendt looking for cutters up top, can't find any. She'll move it over to Smith. Now there's Monaco dodging. Can't quite get anything from it. Good help there on the Darien defense. Monaco dodges to her left, moves it behind. Maintaining that ball, dodged there from Smith. Smith moves it back up. That's Morris. And Garden City just passing this ball around, really looking to see if they have any opportunities to get past this Darien defense. And the Dariens have had none so far, but a cutter there. That was a dangerous one from Morris. She was pretty open. But Darien, oh, and there goes another one. And just over the stick of Maureen Arendt. But some pretty open cutters there for Garden City. Some big opportunities there on offense, but cleaned up by the Blue Wave. And streaming down the field now, that's Katie Walsh. Just looking for options. She's got Holmes. Holmes looking to move this one into the attacking zone, as she does. A lot of pressure given there. Credit to Overbeck, as they are pressing out on this Darien offense. Here goes Holmes. She's working against Anderson. Holmes up to Stafford. Reynolds now moves it behind. Looking up top. Stafford dodges to her left. Up top, Von Kennel. Von Kennel flips it back. That ball is maintained behind, looking for some opportunities there. She had Emily Romeo hung up, but couldn't quite make anything of it, as dodging and scoring is Kat Reynolds off the left wing. And there goes another point there for Darien off the dodge from Reynolds. And here's our replay. Dodges down to her right, flips it back, and just able to sneak this one past Pfaff. That goal there for Darien will put them up 1 with just over 6 to go. So this game pretty tight so far. Like I said before, these teams, 2 of the best in the country. Darien coming off a 22-0 undefeated season last year. They were the FCX state and national champions, and Garden City an impressive 17-4 on the last season. Made it all the way to the state championships, lost to Victor. That's a tough one, but they're looking for revenge this year. Starting off 6-0 is the Trojans, their record. Darien with a 3-1 record after the loss 2 days ago to McDonough. And hitting the deck there was Garden City, but no call from the referees. Darien looks to clear. Now both these teams ranked in the top 10 for National Women's High School Lacrosse, as Finnell has an opportunity. She'll roll to her left, but locked down by Darien. Help there by Bellissimo and Lyle Brown. That was certainly a dangerous one, but the danger's not over here for the Wave, as Finnell's going to have this opportunity on a free position shot. Finnell rips it, and she's just wide. The sidearm shot, looking for that offside hip on Shudell, but just can't quite get it on target, as Darien looks to clear. Now, running and clearing has been important in this game, as coming down the field now, that's Von Kennel. And Von Kennel will just take it herself. Why not? And here she goes. Anna Von Kennel finally gets trapped up by some Trojan defenders. Darien will be awarded the free position from the far out. Holmes around back. Looking to move it around. Annabelle Adams back to Holmes. That's Kelly Holmes dodging up top, looking towards the nets, and she'll be trapped up. Can't quite see what the call is from here, but it seems as though Holmes is going to have herself a free position maybe. And that is indeed it, a free position from the inner fan here for Kelly Holmes. Let's see what she can make of it, working against Niam Pfaff. Here's Holmes running in, and she'll put it away. Kelly Holmes with the score off the free position, and all of a sudden it's 4-2 for the Darien Blue Wave. Let's take a look at that replay. Here goes Holmes. She'll run in and just puts that one right in the top right corner. Beats Pfaff to that location. So good shot there by Holmes. She'll draw the penalty and put that one away for the Wave. So 4-2 now, your score in favor of Darien. It's a beautiful day out here in Garden City. If you've been listening, you've heard me talk about the weather already, but I'm going to do it again because it's awesome. It's like 75. It hasn't been like that in a really long time. It's been like kind of cold and rainy around here. So 75 and sunny. You got to say something about that because it's great. And I've been here all day, but it's still great. And that draw control up in the air and brought down by Autumnelli. She's been a hero off the draw so far for this Trojan team. Autumnelli brings it down to her attack. As here goes Garden City. Up top with Morris. Morris moving over to Overbeck. And a double here from Blue Wave. The Blue Wave. Let's see what Overbeck will do. An aggressive stance here for a team that's up, but keep in mind they're only up 2, and with teams like this, 2 goals is not many. Wouldn't surprise me if any of these teams went on a scoring streak. Just under 4 left in the half. Here goes Garden City. Darien certainly playing confident there on defense as Eleni will make her way back in. It's a zone, but it's a pressure one. Garden City hasn't had an answer to it yet. But here they go, looking inside, and that's a goal by Aveen Smith. Aveen Smith streaking down the middle. Here she goes, catches it, puts it away in the bottom right. That's her second of the day. And she'll bring this to a 1-goal game. And you know, there is the downside of playing an aggressive zone like the one Darien was. You have to watch those cutters, make sure they're picked up, and when they're not, well, Smith had a one-on-one with Shudell right on the crease, so tough break there for the Darien defense, and 4-3 your score as they set up for the draw. Draw controlled up by Morris, and Garden City have been dominating the draw so far today. Going now is Smith. Smith to Overbeck. Darien laying off the zone a little bit now. They were doubling before. They aren't anymore. They're certainly playing a conservative defense now, giving Overbeck almost 5 yards now. Must have been a change there put in by Lindley. They're really concerned about those cutters. That's where Garden City have generated a lot of their scoring opportunities so far. So a change there, and probably a good one for the Blue Wave. And Garden City just passing it around, leaving that ball up top. Overbeck down to Smith. Smith looking to initiate some offense here. She'll move it up top to Morris. Morris flips to Overbeck. Up top all alone, Stafford on defense. She's got helpers down beneath though as Overbeck runs into some traffic, dumps it to X. Here comes Smith. Smith to Morris. And they're looking for cutters now on Garden City, but Darien doing a good job communicating and passing them off as Morris with an opportunity, can't quite hang on to it. And scooping that one up for the Blue Wave was Brinley Vrooman, the Michigan commit. Here comes Kelly and some yells from the parents to go, and she will. Moves it to Reynolds, but just can't quite hang on. The refs will blow this dead, though, as it looks like there might be a free position here for Holmes. So Kelly Holmes looking to make something out of that play, and here she comes with another free position shot. She'll run in and puts it away. Kelly Holmes for the Darien Blue Wave, and that one will score. Let's take a look at the instant replay now. Here comes Holmes. She'll run all the way in and simply put it over the head of Pfaff. Couldn't quite see there, but it looked like it might have hit a bar down. If not, it was top right, and it was in a pretty good spot there. As here we go with another look at it. Well, I saw it even less that time. Hold on. Yeah, and just past the stick of Pfaff. Some good instant replay there, provided by the likes of Cooper Kelly. Let's give a shout out to our DAF Media crew today. We got Cooper, and we got Andrew Mastalone, and then some Ginger Kinney. I don't know why he's here. And shout out to Damian Andrew. It's his 51st birthday, everybody. And he decided to spend it with us because we're such awesome people. So congratulations, Damian. He asked me to shout him out because, you know, that's kind of who he is. But congrats, Dame, on your 51st. I know you'd be spending it no other way. As here go Darien. Kelly Holmes gives it over to Von Kennel. Von Kennel dodging across the top, shot, and air traffic control taken out of the air by Niam Pfaff. That ball looks like it was going over, and Pfaff just scooped it out of the air. On the ground there a little was Reynolds, and she looks to be okay. Here go the Trojans with the clear. And they've got, that ball is loose, but scooped back up by Regenbacker. And here go the Trojans, fast break opportunity, looking to push it. That was Onomanelli, and a shot there by Smith, looking for her third. Is defeated there by Hope Schudel. And that brings about the end of the half. Your score 5-3 in favor of the Blue Wave, but it's been back and forth, everyone. Of course, these teams, some of the best in the country, some of the best in the Northeast, and certainly a big showdown today. So my name's Ryan Dahlquist. As I've said, hopefully you were here for that. If not, you can always watch it back. We're going to be posting a recording of this on DAF, so you can rewind it and hear my voice again, which is incredible. I love doing that. Anyways, it's been a wonderful half here. We're going to go ahead and take a break here at DAF Media, but Cooper's telling me to wrap it up. No, Cooper, I can stay on as long as I want. Have a great night, everybody. We'll be back.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. Regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and they offered to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, sports from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting.
Hello and welcome back to Garden City, New York. Bringing you the action today is DAF Media, and if you haven't heard it yet, my name's Ryan Dahlquist, and it's a beautiful day out here as we get set for the draw. Controlled to Sadie Stafford, but the refs are going to go ahead and blow it dead. Cheers here from Garden City. They'll get possession, and it will stand here with Monaco. Monaco to Morris. Morris charging down. As we get right back into it. Your score 5-3 in favor of the Wave, as driving in looking for the shot there looks to be number 10, Maureen Arendt, and just couldn't quite get it off, but she'll be awarded a free position here off the left wing. Arendt with an opportunity now. There's a wrench. She'll elect to pass it back up top instead. Moving around now. That was Smith with the shot, blocked by Hope Shudell, the Duke commit here for the Darien Wave. And taking a shot there was Shudell, but she stands up anyway and is able to give that one to a defenseman, but Darien just can't quite keep hang of it, as the Trojans are given another offensive possession now, trailing 2. So I was saying it's a beautiful day out here at Garden City. If you've been listening, I have been talking about the weather a lot, but it's pretty awesome because it's like 72 and it's really sunny. And I'm in a press box. It's kind of high in here, but sometimes the wind blows through the window and it feels pretty nice. They should put air conditioning in here. If you're Garden City, you listen to it, air conditioning would be pretty sweet. And here goes Darien with Stafford. Sadie Stafford running it down, and she'll look to push it. Maybe not. She'll look to give it to her attackers. She had an opportunity there, but decided to pull back, play the conservative approach, as Darien has been all day, and it's been working out for him. That ball back with Stafford. She's looking to dodge. Goes to her right, cutting around the back, and scoring is Annabelle Adams. And taking advantage there of potentially some miscommunication on the Garden City side, as that's exactly what you have to do. Here goes Adams. She'll come around and put that one away in the bottom left, but that cut there was exactly what she should have done in that situation. Stafford draws out the defender, gets a double team, and Adams recognizes an opportunity to cut up from X around that crease, and Stafford puts that ball in her stick, and Adams puts it away. So 6-3 your score now in favor of the Darien Blue Wave. Now, draws have generally gone in Garden City's favor, but it's been pretty back and forth today. Garden City certainly needing this one. That ball's loose and eventually controlled now by Darien. Knocking it around and scooping it up is Kat Wren, the draw specialist here for the Blue Wave. As Darien gets set in their offensive positioning, the refs are going to make a call now. Now it seems to have been maybe an offsides call on Garden City. Well, actually, I'm not quite sure what it was, but it'll go in favor of the Wave for a far out positioning. And they're just going to go ahead and get right back into their offensive set. Here's Stafford. Dodges under, and she'll draw the foul. So here's Sadie with the opportunity off of a free position. Sadie will elect to pass it. And Darien will control that ball up top. Here goes the Dodger. Kelly Holmes runs into some traffic and moves it. And hard dodge and a goal by Anna Von Kennel. Von Kennel, the sophomore for Darien, and she just keeps on charging. And here goes the instant replay. She picks up 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders and still is able to run through them and puts that ball right where it needs to go, beating Pfaff on the bouncer. So a timeout called on the field with just around 8.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and so far this half has been all Darien. We started out 4-3, and Darien quickly jumped up to 7. So certainly a spike there for the Blue Wave, some momentum there during halftime, and Garden City needs to take a break and say, hey guys, what happened? You know, we were hanging with them right in that first half, and Darien looks like they're starting to pull away, but certainly a lot of time left on this clock, and both these coaches have been here for a while. They know what they're doing. So Dave Ettinger, sorry, I had to look at my notes there real quick. Dave Ettinger there for the Garden City Trojans is definitely going to have a chat with his team and try and calm them down after this Darien run. That 3-0 goal run here by the Blue Wave in this second half. Now, this is giving me flashbacks here, guys, for that state championship game last year between Garden City and Victor. Now, they were tied 3-3 at half, and Victor just seemed to pull away in the second half. So if you're Garden City, you do not want a repeat of that for sure. As the Trojans will recollect themselves and make their way back out onto the field. We've got Morris versus Wren on the draw. And standing far back are the two wings. Looks like the Trojans have something planned here. Now the wings will find themselves on the edge of the circle as this draw finally gets underway, and it's a 50-50 scooped up by Autumnelli. Yet another draw control for her, giving her team another possession. Autumnelli really just fighting for those 50-50 balls and giving these Trojans some much needed time over here on their attacking side. That ball thrown inside and pushed over there was Catherine Monaco. And she's going to go ahead and have a free shot opportunity now. So they look to pass that one up from X to Monaco, and Monaco there with a free position. Some confusion there on the field, but it will end up with Darien. Looks like a big save there by Shudell. And then that ball seems to have bounced back out and then is scooped up by a Darien player. So Darien with control now. Big stop there from Shudell. Not the first one today that she's stolen from this Trojan offense. As the Blue Wave look to clear it, cutting back for the ball now is Maggie Bellissimo. Bellissimo will look for options upfield. She's taking it herself, but dumping it off to Holmes. Good clear there for the Blue Wave. is looking to push there. Maybe was Annabelle Adams, but recovery from the Garden City defense. That ball moved around by Darien, certainly in no rush now, with just about 6.5 left in the third quarter. Up by 4 and dodging towards the inside, looking for a cutter. That was Walsh there on the inside, but couldn't quite hang on to it. Not so bad for Darien, though. Looks like Walsh will have herself a free position shot. The junior Katie Walsh will just pass it off. And here goes Darien. Dodging now, possessing, moving it. Picorni. Picorni over to Holmes. And back was Adams. Adams to Holmes. Holmes up top, Von Kennel to Stafford. Now here goes Sadie Stafford. Dodges to her right. But no angle on that. She'll maintain it. And work it up top. Here goes Picorni now, dodging upside. And a call there by the ref. It'll be against Garden City. And Holmes with the free position on the outer fan. And Darien really looking to dodge from these wings so far. They love the wing dodge and maybe some cutters on the inside just sprinkled in there. As here goes Von Kennel off the wing. Moves it behind. Adams up to Picorni. Picorni now dodging from the wing. Moves it to her left and shoots, but saved by Niam Pfaff. Pfaff stands up to that shot. Looks like a 5-hole placement. And gives the Trojans a bit of a break here as they look to clear it, but some confusion on the field as the Trojans will maintain it. That's Smith now with possession. So a stand-up save there by Pfaff as Garden City looks to push it on offense, trailing 4 with just over 4 in the third quarter. That ball controlled, move towards the middle, and saved by Hope Schudel. The shot by Autumn Anelli knocked out of the air by the Duke commit. Now a stand-up save there by Schudel. Some stand-up saves on both sides, but that's exactly the offense Garden City has been pushing so far. As here goes Darien. They've still got that fast break with Holmes, and Holmes looking for the call. She'll get it. And a free position shot here awarded for the Blue Wave. Now Garden City loves that cut, and that's exactly what they had with Autumn Anelli. She had an open shot, and Schudel was just able to be in the right place at the right time. Made a great save here for the Wave as Kelly Holmes is going to step up and take this free position. And she'll decide to back it out to Stafford. No need to really push towards the net here for Darien. They're really just going to maintain this possession to the best of their ability as Reynolds controls it over to Stafford. And here goes Picorni back down, back towards the middle. Stafford scores! The 1-2-3. Picorni to Adams to Stafford. And here we go. That ball put just in the right spot. The feed from Adams, and here goes Stafford. And look at that placement there on the shot. Just over the head of Pfaff, and Stafford puts it away for the Blue Wave. So 8-3 your score now. Just about 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, and seems as though Darien is really starting to take control of this second half. No answer yet from the Trojans. This draw really needed by Garden City, but hockey sticked away by Sadie Stafford. And here goes Holmes. She'll drive off the fast break and is knocked to the ground, but no call there from the ref. Garden City now tasked with the clearance. There's Smith. Not Smith, sorry. Overbeck. Looked like 33 for a second, but it's 13. Mabel Overbeck. I was going to say, Smith is an attacker, so that would be a little bit out of her position range. Garden City controlling it in the back with Smith. Finally, see, got it right now. Smith will dodge, looking under. She takes on two and can't quite get the pass off. She was looking for Brantic in the middle, but she'll be awarded the free position. So Aveen Smith looking to add on to her tally for the day. Interesting move there by Smith, and she will score. And that is not Aveen Smith. I am so sorry. That is Kyle Finnell. It really looks like 33. This sun is messing me up. Anyways, Kyle Finnell with the shot and the goal for Garden City. And quite an important one here. 4-8 your score now in favor of the Blue Wave. And to say Garden City needed that one would be quite the understatement. Just over 2 minutes left now in the third quarter. So finally a Trojan answer to this Blue Wave onslaught that's been taking place since halftime. Trailing 4 now. And on this timeout call, we'll see what each coach has to say, but certainly a momentum goal there for the Trojans if they can keep this up. We know they have the talent to do it. It's just they need to win those draws, get that ball down to their attackers, and look for those cutters. Because with a zone offense like the one Darien has been running all game, those cutters are dangerous. And they've had success so far. So we love seeing those cutters there if you're Garden City. And if you're Darien, really got to maintain that possession. You're up 4 against one of the best teams in the country, and you've been doing a good job of it so far. So 2 different tasks here for 2 of the best teams, and I just say it's been a pleasure announcing this one for you. Some of the best women's lacrosse in the country we have going on today. As the girls will make their way back onto the field. Let me just say we do apologize if there are any technical difficulties during tonight's broadcast. We are dealing with a little bit of some internet connectivity problems, but we're doing okay so far, I hope. At least I hope we're doing okay. It's not really my deal. I'm really just here to watch the game and have some fun, which is pretty awesome. So taking back the field now are both teams, and stepping up for the draw, we've got Morris versus Wren. Now this draw has been back and forth on the day, but it's certainly such an important part of this game. So the ref will make sure they're doing it correctly. That ball needs to be in a specific part of the stick, and they have to be lined up in a specific way. The ref won't start it until it's exactly as she wants it, and that ball tossed up into the air and taken back down by Monaco. Catherine Monaco will run it down and move it to the attack. Looking to move it around fast. Cutters towards the inside, and Hitting the deck was Tori Ottamanelli. So Ottamanelli will be given the free position shot. And Garden City, certainly no hesitation here in their pressure, as Ottamanelli will shoot and score. Tori Ottamanelli, the junior, she's been a beast so far on the clears, getting those 50-50 balls off the draw, and she'll put one on the board for herself. So some answers here from the Trojans, as here's the replay. Ottamanelli just puts that one in the bottom corner. Such a hard save to make there if you're a goalie. Gets her Trojans back up on the board. 8-5 your score, so it's a different game now. The Trojans really love putting on that pressure, and they've had some success so far. Darien will win the control with Stafford. Now you got to be thinking, if you're Darien, to maintain this possession. The Trojans have had 2 goals in a pretty short amount of time. And this score is still pretty close, only 3 goals separating them, so you got to make sure you maintain that possession and take smart shots. I'm not saying you don't go to the net or dodge, but make sure you're taking A-level shots, nothing B-level. And picked off there is Garden City. Credit to Kendall Morris. Moving around, Emily Romeo. And the Trojans looking to clear this one past the half line, but there's an onslaught of Darien defenders there. And here go the Trojans, moving towards the inside. That was Fennell. And there goes the buzzer. So end of the 3rd quarter of regulation play here between the Darien Blue Wave and the Garden City Trojans. It's been a nail-biter so far, only 3 goals separating them. It's certainly been a fun one to watch. If you haven't heard it so far, I'm going to say it again. My name's Ryan Dahlquist. So happy to be bringing you this one here from Garden City, New York. Two of the best teams in the nation facing off. We're going to take a quick break here at DAF Media. It's been an exciting 3 quarters of play, and it's all going to come back down to that 4th quarter. So we're going to take a quick break here. Make sure you guys are ready for your 4th quarter, and well, we'll see you soon.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
And welcome back from our brief break here between the 3rd and 4th quarters. So 8-5 our score here at Garden City, and it's in favor of the Blue Wave. Here goes yet another draw control. And that one controlled over by Garden City all the way back and scooped up by Morris. Never mind, that's not Morris, that's Anderson. The sun is really tough to see. Anyways, it will go back to Darien off the foul call, and Darien looking to run this one all the way down. Here goes Reynolds, controlling the ball behind the net. She finds Holmes. Darien really looking to possess now in this fourth quarter of play, up by 3. And here go the Blue Wave, starting some motion down to Holmes, Holmes to Reynolds. I can hear Lindley all the way from up here in the press box yelling out to her offense. Looks like they're putting in some plays. So, possession here for Darien. They're looking to go to net. As here goes Holmes up to Stafford, and Stafford will score. Sadie Stafford, the senior captain, and her name was already on the score sheet, but now it's on there again. Take a look at this replay. That feed up from Holmes right to the stick of Stafford. Now, what's so good about that feed is it's up in the air. If she throws that around Stafford's waist, she has to raise her stick back up, and that takes a lot more time. Instead, Holmes puts that ball right where it needs to be. Stafford able to control it out of the air, bring it down, and put it to the offside hip of Pfaff. So a goal there for Darien brings it to 9-5. And that draw all the way off to the side of the field and controlled by Monaco. Now a crucial draw control there by Garden City, but that ball will trickle out of bounds. Now crucial here for Garden City, they have to pressure. Trailing by 4 now with just about 10 to go. As Darien maintaining possession now, moving around is Von Kennel. Von Kennel moves it around up top, tries to feed Picorni, but is just out of reach. A good catch there by Stafford. Regains Darien possession, and it looks as though a timeout has been called here by the Blue Wave. So, an eventful fourth quarter so far. The goal scored there by Darien Stafford to make it 9-5, and if you're Garden City, it's time to hit that gas pedal. Trailing by 4 against a team like Darien is tough. They know how to possess that ball, and they know how to lock it down on defense. And, of course, if you are Darien, you're looking to do both of those things. They've done a great job of possessing this ball so far in this one, and they're going to look to continue that. Again, making sure they're taking those A-level shots. You don't want to waste a shot and potentially a possession on something that could be easily saved or missed. Instead, you want to make sure that your shots have a very high percentage of going in. So Darien having a interesting approach here as this one goes on, and if you're Garden City, you really just got to hit that gas pedal. As these teams come back onto the field, we got to give a quick shout out to Pam Ferguson, watching from Florida. She's from Garden City, lives in Darien, so playing both sides. And got to give a quick shout out there. Bruce obviously helps out a lot with the DAF Media equipment, so we're privileged to have him here. As Darien will get back their possession here with Stafford. Looks like a penalty there called on Darien, and that ball will go to Garden City. Not sure what the call was there on Stafford, but the Trojans with a much needed possession here as Overbeck will run it down herself. Now trailing 4 with just under 9 to go. Not a lot of time to sit around here for the Trojans. Charging in, moving it up top, Monaco. Monaco looks inside and catching and scoring. Looks to be Kendall Morris. Let's take a look at this replay, and that ball is just put right where it needs to be, and Morris somehow able to maintain possession there in the midst of 2 Darien defenders. So a great feed to the inside, and another point on the board here for the Trojans. Morris gets her name on the score sheet. So 9-6 your score, and it's coming down to quite a tight one here. Only a 3-goal differential if I'm doing my math right. Hopefully I am. I can count on my fingers. Yep, I am. And here goes Garden City with a crucial draw control. Running down is Overbeck. Overbeck looks to move it down to her attack, but just out of reach of Kyle Fennell. Now Darien on the clear. They've got middies charging down, but not too many options. Just kidding, there's one. 15, Katie Walsh cuts down, loses her defender, and moves that ball up towards the midfield. There goes Anna Von Kennel. A good clear there by the Darien Blue Wave as Von Kennel looks to push it, and she'll take it all the way. Why not? Anna Von Kennel gets another tally here for the Blue Wave. And the goal there by Von Kennel, just a crucial one here for the Blue Wave as we take a look at this replay. And here she goes. She dodges past 3 or 4 defenders and is able to just get one-on-one with Pfaff. Now, if you're Garden City, that's not exactly what you want. Not only did you get scored on, but it's that aggression on defense. You have to maintain that. You can't give up those plays, and Von Kennel able to just take advantage of a miscommunication there, it seems, on the Trojan side. And that draw up in the air, 50-50 ground ball, and it will go to the Trojans. Now needing a clear here and needing one fast is Garden City. 7:30 left to go, trailing by 4. Overbeck runs it down yet again. And here go the Trojans setting up their offense. Now watch those cutters on the inside. It's been their MO all night, and it's been working. Well controlled with Smith. Smith looks inside. Cutter runs into traffic. And that call up in the air. Refs looking to make a decision, and they will decide with the Trojans. So that's Catherine Monaco with the free position shot. And if you're the Trojans, you need this one as Monaco goes and scores. Catherine Monaco off the free position shot. And with just under 7 to go, this has become another 3-point game. Let's see the replay here. Here goes Monaco. She's going to run in and, well, you can't quite see it there, but she gets it. She beats Shudell low to the ground, and of course those low shots just so hard to save. You have to rotate your body all the way to the ground, so a good shot there by Catherine Monaco, and a crucial one for this Garden City team. That draw controlled by Automanelli. So 3 goals in between these teams, 2 of the top teams in the nation. As Garden City looking to push it right off the bat on the inside and just losing the ball. And they're going to call this one against the Blue Wave. Looks like a push from behind. And it will go back to Garden City. And they looked for Brantook on the inside. It was a good job to draw that foul there by Garden City and maintain that possession, but they're really just looking for those cutters inside. Is around the back, and a shot there by Kyle Fennell, and just wide, but Garden City maintains possession. That ball stripped through the middle, but shot and scored! Tori Automanelli puts it away. And we've got ourselves a game here, folks. 10-8 with 5:30 left. And there's Automanelli, and she's just able to beat Shudell low. They've been doing that all night, and it's just so hard to save those low shots. Garden City's really putting them right where they need to go, and I can't stress the crucialness of that goal there by Automanelli. And they've got this Garden City crowd fired up. This draw becoming ever more important. Control to Garden City. Taking it down is Morris. And looking to move it right away. Shot and scored is Maureen Arendt. The 1-2 from Arendt and Fennell. And they were the 2 attackers we were looking at before this game as some big factors tonight, and Arendt will cash in and put another one on the board here for the Trojans. So all of a sudden, if you're Darien, you were leading 5, and now all of a sudden that lead's been chopped to 1. So momentum certainly with the Trojans as of now. Their crowd fired up. And this draw, having gone to the Trojans for the last couple of possessions, has been so important. Let's see if Darien can counter. And the refs are going to blow this one dead. Looks like they didn't like the looks of that one, so they'll have it again. That draw shot up into the air, and it's a 50-50, but the refs will blow it dead, and it's in favor of the Blue Wave. So here goes Stafford, and this game has changed now if you're on Darien. It went from possess and deter to start scoring because we only have a 1-goal lead on them. This Darien team so good at hitting that gas pedal, though. Let's see what they can do on this one. Stafford working against Anderson. The refs will make a call, and Stafford will maintain possession far outside. Now there's motion in the middle of the field. They are looking for cutters, but Darien has not relied on cutters as their main scoring option so far today. That's been more of the Garden City tactic. That ball moved over to Adams. Adams to Stafford. Stafford on the wing. They love this dodge from the wing. And it looks as Stafford's going to try and make it. Stafford working on Anderson. Anderson, good defense. Pressing far out with help from Overbeck. Stafford finds her way around and is running into traffic, but maintains it. She moves it to Holmes. Holmes free on the side, cuts in, and just can't quite keep it. Good strip there from Mabel Overbeck. And that ball is loose and bouncing towards the 30-yard line and scooped up by the Blue Wave. So yet another good ride there from the Blue Wave. Both these teams really been putting pressure on that ride, making sure that clear is as difficult as possible, and it's certainly been paying off as the Blue Wave here are gifted with another possession. So just around 3 minutes left to go, and Darien is up by 1, looking to maintain that lead. Here goes Adams. Adams behind. Stafford's looking for it up top. But she runs right into traffic. That's Morris there on the defense. Here's Holmes. Holmes to Stafford. Stafford to Walsh. Walsh gets past her girl, gives it back to Stafford. And Darien certainly maintaining this possession here. Be foolish to give it away without getting a good shot off first. As here goes Holmes. Holmes beats her girl, but gives it to X. That's Reynolds now. Reynolds now looking up top. She's got Stafford. So they're looking for opportunities here on offense, but so far the Trojans have been able to stand up. A skip pass to Walsh. Walsh finds Von Kennel. Von Kennel draws the defender, and Darien really looking to move this ball fast. Now they're drawing a double here from Garden City with just under 2 minutes to go. Looking to maintain this possession now is Darien. With a 1-goal lead, 1:30 left in the game. Garden City needs this ball back, and they need it as fast as possible. So beating the double team was Holmes. We'll give it to Stafford, and Darien just passing this ball around. Now Garden City has not locked their adjacents, so Darien really just able to pass that ball as soon as they get doubled. And they've been running this time down. Almost a 2.5-minute possession so far for the Blue Wave. Less than a minute left on the clock. The Trojans applying pressure, but they just can't beat those Darien passes. Finally, it looks as though they're starting to lock the adjacents as Stafford will run it down the middle, shoot, and saved. Now here go the Trojans with 26 seconds left. They need to score. Now Darien not relenting on the ride. That ball passed all the way up. Finds its way to Avery Smith. Smith running down. 10 seconds left on the clock. It is go time for the Trojans. And they need a shot here. And just missing the net there were the Trojans, and that will be all. So not the exciting finish we were looking for if you're a Garden City fan, but the Blue Wave hold on here in the fourth quarter. Your final score 10-9. That was certainly not a disappointing matchup there. We knew it would be good, but certainly exceeded those expectations. So as we begin to wrap up here, I just want to thank you for joining us at DAF. I've been Ryan Dahlquist, your solo announcer for tonight, and I want to give a quick shout out to my crew. We've got Cooper Kelly, Andrew Mastalone, Jack Kinney, who came, I don't know why, Damian Andrew, and, well, myself, but that was pretty implied. It's been an exciting game here at Garden City. Beautiful weather and not much better stuff to do. So thank you all for joining me. It's been a pleasure. Happy birthday to Damian, and for all that are watching, stay classy, Darien.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.